Another fresh set of downs. Mangum tucks it, takes off. Understanding his value to this team. Slides for the gain of 2. And second down coming up.
The biggest key for BYU right now is to come away with points on this drive. Obviously, you want a touchdown, but if you can't get a field goal and force UCLA to have to go the distance to get in the end zone on an ensuing drive. Mangum with a smart play, just getting down and trying to get an extra yard.
Knocked down, back into his hands. The kid's charmed.
He's just so poised, so calm. Nothing's moving too fast for him. And it's incredible to think about the journey he's been on the past few months. It's hard as a quarterback to tell you to bat it down sometimes, but it's a natural reaction. It gets hit right back to you. You want to catch it. Not so many guys complete balls to themselves.
No. Multi-talented. Third down and 5. They converted all 4 third downs on this drive. Hine not going to get it this time. Jayon Brown finished him off. Saba Inaya was there as well. And finally, UCLA able to put a stop to it. Field goal team coming out.
The UCLA finally got Marcus Rios back in the game. Cornerback, not exactly sure why he was out. Able to shore up some coverage and able to play the run a little more effectively that time with Marcus Rios out there able to be on an island.
Sampson good from 40, good from 45 to match his career long. This from 32. And a 6-point BYU lead. UCLA's defense bends and bends and bends, but then holds them to a field goal in a 6-point game with 5:39. Back here at the Rose Bowl in a 6-point game with 5:39 to go. Bronco Mendenhall told us yesterday that when his team finally finds its identity, how would they feel? They'll feel
invincible.
Invincible. And why wouldn't you with the way this season has gone so far? What we just saw there, that 16-play drive, I mean, it's no big deal when you consider what they've done the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, they're not afraid to play from behind. They've done it before, and it's kind of foreign territory now, playing from ahead.
Here's Devin Fuller. Tripped up the 15. Huddled up with college football experts in live web chats all season long. New guest every week. The Edward Jones College Football Huddle on FoxSports.com. Bronco Mendenhall is a guest this week. So now Josh Rosen, who was 5 for 15 with 3 interceptions in the first half, has been sharper in the second. Through his first touchdown of the day on the last drive, he's got it down 6. They get him in rhythm with a quick throw to the outside for Payton, who works forward and stays on his feet and pushes close to a first down. 9 yards on first down for Jordan Payton. Second down and 1.
It used to be illegal to be able to push forward a ball carrier like that with your own teammate. From the bad end on that in a game before, but now it's allowed.
Push game referencing. Perkins has a first down to the 35-yard line. We work inside of 5 minutes in this top 20 matchup at the Rose Bowl.
UCLA playing fast, staying the same formation. 3 wide receivers to the top of the string, one-on-one down low.
It's a comfortable amount of time where you've got your full offense at your disposal.
Yeah, I mean, again, and you've got all your timeouts, so there's no need to panic, no need to be desperate with your play calling here, at least not at this point. I think if anything, you just keep looking to get positive gains.
Perkins out, Starks in, pressure coming from the top. They run away from it. Starks gashes it. Nate Starks inside the 30. 31 yards and a UCLA first down.
Nate Starks saw his first action last week versus UNLV. Very productive runner, has great vision. You see it, you saw it right there.
It's him again. Beautiful cut around Nakua. First down and goal, UCLA.
They've exposed a weakness in the BYU defense. They've got 3 wide receivers up top. In order to cover all of them, they're going to be 1 short on that side. Malzoni changing the formation now, flipping it.
Starks again. Tackle made by Longy. It was the only thing that could have kept Starks from a touchdown. 2nd and goal.
BYU defense is looking a bit tired. They've been substituting obviously more here in the second half, but in particular in the 4th quarter. Trying to get some fresh legs and bodies in there.
Starks. BYU doesn't know what hit him. It was Nate Starks. It's a tie game.
When Nate Starks is just going to come off the edge of the line of scrimmage. We talked about BYU blitzing and then opening up running lanes, and right there, Starks just follows the left side of his line. Connor McDermott, Kenny Lacy, and finds the hole.
And Fairbairn's extra point gives UCLA its first lead of the night. Nate Starks on this drive, 4 carries for 60 yards. He was just out there to give Perkins some rest. Instead, he becomes the story late in this game. The number 10 Bruins out in front. Enter Tanner Mangum, other side of the break. All right, guys, and boy, we got a good one here. Nate Starks with a touchdown run to put UCLA in front for the first time. Takanaka brings it out of the end zone. And cut down at the 15-yard line. Well, here we are again, 3:18 left to go, and BYU down a point. Familiar territory. Game 1, it was Mangum off of the bench, replacing Hill and finding Matthews as time expired to win at 33-28. Then last week on 4th down and 7, he launched one that Juergens pulled in from 35 yards in a 35-24 final. Here he is again at a stage that he loves. Mangum extending the play, throwing sideline, and pulled in. Juergens for a gain of 20 to the 35.
And these BYU wide receivers know that if they're not open initially in their route, to keep working, Tanner Mangum will find them. He's so effective scrambling around. Joe, you mentioned it. These are the moments he really thrives in and loves to be at the helm for.
Said it's always been the case from as long as he can remember. Sideline again. Matthews for a first down to the 45. He's got the look of a guy that has been there before and enjoys these moments.
Invincible, fearless. Those are the ways that Bronco Mendenhall wants this team to play, and that's how they're playing right now. Mitch Matthews, no fear, creates some separation at the top of the route from Denzel Fisher. Again, really tough to be able to cover a guy of that size.
From the 44, Mangum scanning the field, tucks it, and goes down with a gain of 1. Tack McKinley will get credit for the stop, and it's 2nd down and 9.
The offensive line for BYU providing all sorts of time. UCLA not being able to get a pass rush. Eventually, Tanner Mangum's going to hurt you. He's either going to scramble out for a big play or he's going to find someone downfield.
And he was sacked 3 times in the first half, only once during the second. 2nd and 9, draw play. Hine spins his way free for a first down.
UCLA's playing a 2-deep zone coverage. You got 2 guys responsible for the deep half, and everyone else underneath is playing a soft zone. That creates all sorts of running lanes for BYU right now, and Hine taking advantage.
In UCLA territory now with a first down from the 45. Mangum throws one that was knocked down, and I think he's lucky that it was because Moreau, back in the game, was waiting on that toss.
Yeah, in this two-shell coverage, Moreau's going to reroute the outside wide receiver, and he's looking at Mitchell Juergens coming right at him. He might have been able to step in front of that ball for the interception. Partly what UCLA's been missing in their pass coverage in the second half, with Moreau out for the majority of the second half.
Here's Carter. Excellent open field tackle by Saba Inai. Make that Jayon Brown. And it's third down coming up for BYU with a minute and a half left.
You know they're going to be running something around the sticks, being 3rd and 8. Let's see if BYU works the middle of the field with their matchup on Mitchell Juergens. Or possibly Hauk.
Mangum throws on the move and incomplete. Is the magic running out? 4th down and 7.
Tanner Mangum trying to fit it in that hole in the zone coverage on the sideline. Devin Blackman ran more upfield, though, thinking he was going to get a throw over the top.
Mangum rolling, throwing, picked off. Miles Jack slides to the turf.
We talked about Miles Jack earlier in the broadcast, essentially being a nickel back, and he's the man to be able to step in front of Mitchell Juergens as Mangum scrambles outside the pocket. Jayon Brown being able to get in the face of Mangum. Didn't really have much time to get a clear look and see Jack undercutting the route.
Boy, that at first looked a lot like the 4th down and 7 touchdown throw to beat Boise State. Rolling to his right.
And what comes into play here is BYU using their timeouts earlier in the half, now really hurting them in this situation, only having one on the board. Nothing they can do to stop the clock, really only once. And then really UCLA can run it out.
UCLA needs another player. They only had 10. Jordan Payton goes out there to finish off the victory formation. Rosen takes a knee, and BYU uses that final timeout. BYU had taken a 10-point lead in this game. In that drive where they converted 4 third downs, they had to settle for a field goal. So it was only a 6-point lead after that. Rosen and UCLA go down the field to take the lead, and they're 52 seconds from remaining perfect.
Yeah, I think anyone who's watched this game could tell you both these teams are legitimate in their rankings. BYU has been tested on the road, played outstanding tonight. Just couldn't come up with enough plays in the end. Credit the resiliency of UCLA coming back on offense and responding, but also the defense not really allowing those big plays that BYU's been so effective with in the first 2 weeks of the season.
The Jim Mora shout out there, seeing things getting chippy and making sure that nothing happens here that's going to make it any chippier than it already is. For the 4th consecutive season, UCLA will start 3-0. That's all 4 years under Jim Mora. The officials will step in there and make sure that this is all clean. That is the final play of this game. Somehow UCLA will win it 24-23. As Mora and Mangum have a moment as the clock runs out. We'll be right back here to Pasadena in just a moment. But right now, we get you to Fox Sports Live.